Well, good morning. Said I only have 5 minutes, so I tell my wife when I do a job, I'll be done in 15 minutes, sweetie. So this is me telling you I'll be done in 5 minutes, so we're knocking that down to 2 hours maybe. All right, well, there is a lot to talk about our the men in our church and the ministry that God has allowed us to be a part of here together. And it'd be great to allow every single one of you guys to be able to come up here and share something or be able to point out all the things that you guys do individually and as a group to make the ministry here and in our community happen. But we limited down to a few, and we're appreciative of those that will share. But as Pastor Billy mentioned, I just thank every one of you for what you do, and it's encouraging to see a church family that we can work together. We can call each other on a minute's notice and get some stuff done, or we can plan out and get things done. It is a blessing. And to have some of you as people that we can come and talk to and call on for teaching and leadership and things like that, we are truly blessed. Wanted to share with you a little bit about what goes on here at church. Some people may not be aware of all the different ministries that affect the men of the church here. It starts with our young men. On Wednesday nights we have our mission groups with all of our young people. We have Wayne Wright and Ronald James. They lead the young boys in their class, and it is a great time. Now the boys are a little bit smaller than that. We do have Miss Rhonda Webb takes care of those, but I'll mention her, but it's Men's Day, so we're going to focus on the guys. But we thank Rhonda because she sets them straight to get ready to go up there. And then Ronald and Wayne, they really straighten them out. So when they go off from there, they're real good. But we appreciate those men that do that and their great involvement in these young people's lives. And we've seen a great wave of young men go through those stages, and then they get to go to the Challengers class and be able to learn there. And we got Mike and Jerry. Jerry's been in it a few years. He's still getting used to being in a class with all the guys. Jerry, how many years has it been now? 53 years. So he's getting broke in pretty good. And we appreciate Mike. Mike's in there. Bennett has been coming in and helping us. We appreciate his input in that ministry as well. And just seeing God work in all these things and all the things that these men do is such a great thing. We get to go out and we get to minister. Some of you, we've been able to go out to your houses and to surrounding areas and minister through work. The guys, they like to get their hands dirty and get out. As Jerry says, like to get them out of the classroom once in a while and go work. And they like it. They like to get out there and put hard work to it. The past little bit, we've done a few projects with the Baptist men, and appreciate Joe and Gary and Patrick and them helping us out with that, being able to get the boys a little bit more involved and used to working with other people. And we do that not just to teach the boys a trade or a thing like that, but it's to show the heart and love and compassion that grown men can have and share with people. To be able to hear grown men go up to somebody and say that I love you, or I care about you, or teach them how to do something in a way of respect and to grow that person instead of just getting knocked down all the time. It is something that is very much needed for our young people. And we have good leaders that do that. We have leaders that aren't afraid to talk straight to the kids and be able to instruct them with our youth. I have the privilege of working with them on Sunday night, and Mitch Hadner, he has them on Sunday morning. And we try to instill these boys some good, solid biblical values so they can go out in life and face what the world has to offer without them just falling to pieces. And sometimes it's a big challenge. But we love these kids. We love the guys, and we love all y'all. But as guys get to work together, we do get a special bond, and it's that bond that I just kind of focus on, that God brings us together in that way to be able to love on each other in a way to help instruct and to grow. And it's not always a pat on the back. Sometimes you see us being rough with some of these kids. Sometimes we talk pretty straight with them. As a parent, I know sometimes it's kind of hard to hear a tough or harsh word spoken to my kid, but we talk that out. We have an open relationship with everybody here to be able to talk and be able to understand what we're doing. And we just want to see the best for these young people. The Lord tells us that we shouldn't suffer any child to come to Him. And I think children, that age range can be a little flexible maybe. We always maybe think of infant children, but I think it's children of all ages in that child sense, that they need to be free and feel free to come to the Lord. And we need to be good conduits of that, to do that. And I feel with working with the men of our church and the young men of our church, through what we do with our hands, we can put ministry out there in the field and let these kids see the love that God can work through them and be able to work that out with other people. It's a big thing to be able to go to somebody's house that may not be able to get out and do the things they used to do, and have a group of kids come out there and get it knocked out in 30 minutes to an hour. And it amazes people. And sometimes it amazes me too, because we've gone to a couple yards and did some work out there, and I'm like, man, this is going to take a while. And then in 30 minutes, we're like, is there another yard somewhere we can keep these kids busy for a while longer? Because they work hard. And I encourage it, if you have something, not to keep them working, but as they love to work with their hands, if you have needs that you have, share it with us so we can help you meet their needs and use the gifts that God has given them to go out and to do this work and not be afraid to help meet people's needs in the name of the Lord. And again, I thank the other guys here that have made that happen and made that ministry with these young men possible. And it's your dedication to the Lord that really shines through. And I just pray we continue to do that together. Also, just kind of on a personal note is, as I think of the men in this church and the ministry here over the years, I got to come here. I had a unique opportunity here at this church where I've gotten a lot of my experience in ministry has been grown here, and some of you have really impacted my life. And I look up to a lot of you, and I hope that we just continue the relationship and be able to look up to each other and get encouragement. Because there's some days where it's really hard, and sometimes it's nice to have some of the guys just stop by the church, talk shop for a while, and just be able to have a time where we can kind of just be guys, be normal, but it's in a good, godly sense. Don't have to be worried about what's spoken. We don't have to be concerned about the situation. We can just be able to talk and share and do things and continue ministry. And the encouragement that a lot of you have shown me, I thank you. And I pray that we'll just continue to be a light, continue to grow people, continue to grow these young men to be good, solid, God-fearing men as they grow up. So let's continue on that. Let's continue to carry that heritage of being good leaders, godly leaders in our church. Thank you.